Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Live from the Hail Palace, I'm meteorologist Frank Gaetano here with your daily hail and wind forecast. As always, brought to you by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and Art of the Supplement, Balance Claims, American Contractor Show, whatever they're called now. It's American Contractor Show. I can remember this. I swear I can get this down. It's okay. But yeah, thanks to those guys for making this all possible. Let's get right into our weather headlines. Nothing to see here. We are locked into a quiet pattern after we've had pretty much severe weather, not crazy events, but we've had some sort of severe weather risk for a pretty long streak now, and this is our first day without any severe weather looking like across the nation. Tomorrow we do get a tease with a couple more marginal low-end risks in a couple areas of the country, and then we'll take another look into the tropicals, our daily tropical check-in, and see if there's anything of note that we should be looking for or looking forward to. But first, we got some events to talk about. OU season opener is this weekend, September 11th on Saturday against Western Carolina. Having our Hail Trace tailgate, so if you want to come out, hang out with us. We're going to have a TV there with the game on, so even if you don't have tickets, you'll still be able to watch the game. Come get free beer, free food. Tailgate's going to start at 4 p.m., and the game is starting at 6, so come out and see us there. Next Wednesday, we do have the Thunder Road Race for Recovery. This is an event that we've been talking about for a while now. Hail Trace is hosting this event. It is next Wednesday at the Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. These go-karts, I've driven them. They go about 55 miles an hour. It's a lot of fun. You can sign up to race at this event, or you can sign up to sponsor this event. All the proceeds are going to Roofers in Recovery, so it's going to be a really good time for a really good cause. In our Linktree description of this video, you can go see how to sign up for that as an attendee or a sponsor. Remember, next Wednesday, so we're going to keep talking about this till the day of, so make sure you get signed up. And then again, we have the RoofCon coming up September 30th through October 2nd in Orlando, Florida. That's going to be at the Orange County Convention Center. If you want to save 10% of your RoofCon ticket, use the code HAILYEAH, to save 10% on your RoofCon ticket. So let's take a look at yesterday's storm reports. Not a crazy busy day. We had a few hail reports along the East Coast, some spattering of wind reports, and then some reports from Mindy. We'll zoom in and take a look at where the reports came in on the East Coast. Some in New York and Virginia, New York and Vermont border, down in Pennsylvania, down through the Mid-Atlantic. A few hail reports. I think Newport News got hit with $half size hail, so maybe go check that out if you're in that area. We'll go down to the south here and look at those reports from Mindy. I'm pretty sure all these were sub-severe wind reports, so I wouldn't be expecting to see a lot of damage or anything out of that. But they still show up for us in a pretty good cluster of some kind of wind reports, generally in the 40-mile-an-hour range. from Mindy. And take a look at our storm report totals for the year. No tornado reports yesterday, only 3 hail reports for large hail yesterday, and 75 wind reports. Where does that put us at for the year? 862 for tornadoes, just over 5,000 for hail, and 15,000, almost 15,400 for the winds. And what puts us, we're still pretty far behind last year. We're gonna have to get a really good boost of late season hail to get us creeping up towards last year's numbers, and then we're at 20,000 at this point last year for wind reports. We did have a couple derechos last year, so that definitely contributed to those high wind reports from last year. So wind is, we're not too far behind as far as normalcy, because we did have those 2 anomalous events last year, but we're still behind. We're about 5,000 wind reports behind at this point last year. Here's our current conditions. Beautiful across most of the country. We do have some showers moving across the east coast and then working their way off of the coast. And then you see Hurricane Larry just spinning over there off to the east. We'll zoom in and take a look at those showers on the east coast. Those are pushing off. We do have some stuff down in Florida also pushing off the coast. Generally going to be a quiet day. Those are pretty much going to be mostly all of it sub-severe. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a wind report come in or something like that, but generally not enough to warrant an actual severe risk for today. And the temperatures also gorgeous across the country, generally in the 80s and 70s across most of the country. It's a beautiful day. Quiet, severe weather pattern, but great outdoor weather for most of the country. Taking a look at our hail forecast, it is non-existent today. No severe weather expected for today. So we'll just move right into tomorrow's radar for the central and northern Florida area. So we'll push this in. It's going to go into the afternoon, and we'll start seeing those storms pop up around 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in northern and central Florida, and those are going to just kind of linger in that area. We might see some downburst winds, pretty marginal risk, but we might see some of those storms get some good downburst winds in the 60 to 70 mile an hour range through the evening, and then things are going to taper off in the late evening and overnight hours. Our second area to watch is actually up in Oregon in the Pacific Northwest. We'll see those storms start to form at 3 p.m. Central Time, and those are also going to be working their way to the northeast through Oregon. Pretty, again, low end marginal risk, but we could see some 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts if we do get something particularly strong out of those storms. And what's that going to look like graphically for us? Well, we'll zoom in down here at Florida. Got a low-end risk for Jacksonville and a low-end risk for Orlando. Same thing for Melbourne, Daytona Beach, anywhere in the central and northern Florida area. And we'll work our way up to the Pacific Northwest, with Pendleton really being the only populated city in the area. You guys have a low-end risk for those 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts. I think we're gonna hop in right to our tropical tracker here. Looking at Hurricane Larry, just hitting fish. It's cloudy in Bermuda. That's pretty much all that's going on, and he's going to keep working his way to the north and the northeast, kind of lingering around 90 miles an hour for the top sustained wind speeds, and starts to weaken. And as he pushes off towards Greenland, we're going to see it become extra tropical and still have some decent winds, 65 miles an hour. But I don't think there's anybody here, so it doesn't really matter. I'll take a look at Mindy as she's working her way off the coast, 35 mile an hour right now, and it's going to kind of do that as it works eastward, and she's going to weaken into nothingness, just a tropical depression right now, and eventually just a low pressure system hitting fish. So nothing going on with Mindy as well. Where do we have to look for our 5-day tropical outlook though? We do have a disturbance down here working its way towards the west-northwest, going to go into Mexico and then go off the coast in Mexico, and then there's a 30% chance in the next 5 days that we get some development out of that after it goes over land and gets back into water. And then we'll work our way to the east. On Saturday, it looks like there's going to be a wave that comes off of the coast of Africa. So within 5 days, National Hurricane Center is expecting a 50% chance that something forms off the coast of Africa in this general area. So not much to really talk about right now, but the fact that we keep seeing these waves come off the coast, I think we might be in for the rest of the hurricane season being fairly active still, just not much of importance to talk about right now. That's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you haven't, click see first on Facebook so you know when we go live. And if you need to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hailtrace.com. Or if you want to know more about what we can do for you or just know more about the team, you can visit hailtrace.com and check us out there. For Hail Trace, I'm meteorologist Frank Gaetano. Have a great rest of your Thursday.